time, this go live button on YouTube takes forever. I don't know why it takes so long. I'm actually going to live stream on Twitch as well, because I'm probably going to play a couple games or some Silent Hill 2 for a little bit afterwards. Terry, good morning. Frederick, good morning from Central Texas. James, good morning from Napa Valley, CA. Ken, good morning. 10 days until the Ubiquity World, or the until World Conference Tour coming to Miami. Hope you take lots of close-up pictures of photos. I don't know if we're allowed to. I'm going to have to figure that out. Hopefully I sound good. I didn't check. I've been trying to do a couple different things with my setup here. I bought this backdrop. I was going to put it back here. It's not working. Somebody mentioned in my video, my last video, I need to work on my white balance. I know I have my white balance off. It's because my face is always red. So I changed the white balance a little bit to not look so red. But anyway, it'll be different. Do you predict any announcements? I don't really know. I would assume that there's going to be some new announcements for sure. Is it something maybe that I don't know of? I'm hoping, because I do know of some products already that obviously the general public doesn't know. I'm hoping that I see some things that I don't know about as well. I think that would be really awesome. Let me just see. The feed just started for me while you were reading my comment. Okay, here, I'll read it again. Yeah, it's a little weird. So 10 days until the Ubiquity World Tour coming to Miami. Hope you plan on taking lots of close-up photos. I don't know if we're allowed to or not. That's what I'm going to have to wait to see, or talk to, people at Ubiquity and see if we're allowed to do that stuff. We'll see. Most likely things will get leaked. They always do anyway. So it doesn't really matter. If I don't take them, you'll probably see it on Reddit. Either way. Cyberdog, good morning. Gaming RB, good morning. I'm not too sure what I can't really tell you guys anything, because it's not that there's NDAs about it, but I've signed NDAs. So like people from the general public who are going, they're, do whatever you want, I guess. But us, like myself, Crosstalk, Lawrence Systems, Techno Tim, we've all signed NDAs towards things that are new products. So we can't post things online. Unless they allow us. If they give us the okay, then we'll do it. Especially if we're going to be doing like videos and stuff. Yeah. Otherwise, look and sound great. Thank you. Dove, how's it going? From Connecticut. Alonzo, good morning. How's it going? Cassiano, how's it going? From Brazil. I think Brazil's been doing a lot of different Ubiquity trade shows and stuff like that. They've been going to a lot of it. On the road with wife listening. Awesome. Morning, when are the black G5 turrets coming to Canada? I don't even think they're available in the United States, are they? Actually, let me sign out. Hold on a second. I don't think they're available anywhere yet. I don't believe. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Oh, it looks like they are. Oh, they are available. I didn't know that. They're sold out though. I have no idea. I haven't even used the G4, like the turrets yet. Anyway, I did buy one and I gave it to my parents because their G4 dome was kind of getting a little weird. And then my stepdad installed it. It looks great. I've seen the picture. It looks nice. Jason from Wisconsin. Jordan, how's it going? John from South Africa. Let's see. Is the Flex Mini a good switch to use as a normal switch, or is it compromised compared to a light? Well, it depends. Do you need PoE or do you not need PoE, right? So if you don't need PoE, then you could go with the Flex Mini. But it only has 4 ports that you could use because the one port's an uplink. Got Wire, good morning. Glenn, good morning. From Nova Scotia. Happy Thanksgiving to Canadians, Chantel says, and I totally forgot about that as well. It is Thanksgiving weekend, long weekend here in Canada, but I am working tomorrow. And make sure to hit that like button. It does help us out. We got 12 people here, 10 likes. Mike, good morning. How's it going? Where was I? Morning from Miami. Can't wait to meet you there. Yes, we'll be in Miami on the 22nd. We're getting there a day early before the event. I think we have a couple things to do with Ubiquity and stuff during the night. And then I think the conference starts at 8:30 in the morning. I'm probably going to get to the Miami conference or convention center early. And then you know, hang out for the day till 4:30. I think it ends at 4:30, and I'll probably afterwards find like places to eat or go have a drink or something like that. And yeah, why are you talking down there? Jesus. Chantel's just talking in the background. They are available in the US. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Ubiquity doesn't give us like time frames of when things come out ever. I wish they did. I mean, we do have some insight to when we're pushing a product out, but like stuff like that, I don't know when it comes to different stores. Mark from Ireland, how's it going? Steve S, good morning. We got a couple Steves in here. I think I already said good morning to you, Kevin, but I'll say it again. Ziam, I hope I said that right, from Austria. Andrew from Nashville. Tech Controls, good morning. Did you catch the Starship launch? I didn't even know that was happening today. I watched a rerun of it. It's awesome. I mean, the engineering behind that is absolutely insane. Chantel is coming with me to Chantel and my brother are coming with me to Miami, and that we will see some videos from her on her second channel. Yes, I guess that's a good time to shout it out, seeing as you commented it. There is a second channel, which for some reason I am on it right now. And let me get out of that because that might mess the live stream up a little bit. It is called Travel and Tales now. It's switched. It used to be Tech and Tales, but there wasn't a lot of tech. It was just more, you know, travel stuff. So the name changed. There will be videos of Miami. I'll probably end up doing a video of myself as well on Miami, all depending on what I'm allowed to show and what I can't. But if you want to go sub to that channel or like watch the videos, it is travel videos. It's me out of my, I mean, Chantel's in a lot of them, but I'm in them, a couple of them as well. And it's me kind of out of what you guys usually would see, like, you know, just being myself. I'm pretty robotic when I do my videos. In these videos, it's really different. It's when I'm on trips, I'm relaxing, enjoying myself, yada, yada, yada. Trevor from Edmonton. I've been to Edmonton once when I was like 3 years old. I wish I remembered it. I have 3 Flex Minis in my network and like them. Yes, they're great little switches. Good morning from Sao Paulo. FTLN, good afternoon from Paris. What's the layer 3 routing performance like on the... I haven't actually tested the performance, so I'm not too sure on that. Rich, how's it going? What part of Canada do you cover? Pretty much just Ontario. I like staying home. It didn't post the links in the chat. It didn't post the links. It should have. Weird. Well, you could just go to Travel and Tales. I mean, that should... Oh, you know what? It didn't. You know why? Because it's showing up that I'm Travel and Tales right now. Weird. Give me a second. I gotta... Hold on a second. Let's see if I could do it again and it'll post as Mac. Okay, see ya. Why is that? It's because she signed into her account. That's why. She was doing stuff on my computer. So let's see if it will post it now. It didn't do it because it blocks them. Lordy, lordy. Come on. Come on. Why the heck is this arrow not working? There we go. Let's do live chat. Hopefully this is me talking now. Let's see. I should have really checked that before I went live. I don't know if it messes things up or not, but let me see if I can post it again. Yes, there we go. Now, hopefully you guys can see that. I'm allowed to post stuff. Nobody else could post links just because YouTube doesn't allow it. Maybe all of you YouTube creators should all go for a big party afterwards. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think Crosstalk's coming the 22nd. I think Tom's coming the 22nd as well. Techno Tim, I still don't know if he's coming for sure or not, but I think we have like a, you know, hotel, because we're all staying in the same hotel. I think we have like going down to the bar or something like that and meeting up, because there's going to be a lot of Ubiquity employees there as well. Brian, how's it going? From Scotland. Stuff has been coming in stock more lately. Yes, it has. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good for me the last long time. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that I'm waiting on. Robert, good morning. How's it going? I'm terrible with names. It is. I'll just call you R. Bonjour for Ottawa. I failed French in high school, which is terrible. Heard U7 Pro Max 2.4 band performance problematic. I haven't had any issues. I have seen what you're talking about. I forget the guy's name. He runs a YouTube channel. My thing is, I don't have that many IoT devices in my network. I have like 10 or 15. I think it's when you get like past 50, but Ubiquity's working on it. They actually responded to that video. Richard, how's it going? From Mexico. Zbit, how's it going? I didn't post the links in chat, just, I did. It didn't. Okay, I already got that. Have a U7 in wall and no problems with 2.4. I really think it depends on how many clients you're connecting to the IoT network. I think that's what it is. On ISP Talk, are you planning on grabbing the WAS-110? I haven't even heard of that, but I might be. I'll have to take a look at it. That would be something that I look at like when I get back from Miami, probably. From New York State. The only place I've been to New York is, I drove through New York. I think we stayed in Buffalo or something like that a couple times. That's it. Okay, it worked. Yeah. It's because it was showing on Chantel's account. She switched it. She's always looking at her watch hours. To be a YouTube partner, you have to have at least 500 subscribers and you need to have 3,000 watch hours or something like that. She's already passed the 500, but it's the watch hours. I think she needs like 300 or 400 more watch hours. Do you use the Unifi DOA settings for your installs, or do you set up the... I do. It depends on the person. We always ask them, but yeah, typically I do. You know what? I've heard a lot of people upset about Alarm Manager. I was trying to set one thing up in Alarm Manager for a customer that it was very hard to get a cable to. So what I wanted to do is a line tripping event. That line tripping, somebody passes it and it opens the door. So it's like a request to exit. And it wasn't working. I know they're having issues with that, and they are working on it. I really wish they would bring the tour to Texas. I would probably fly to Texas if they did that. Arden, how's it going? Have any problems with using 50 plus APs for a 5? Nope. I mean, I haven't done a 5 story with 50 APs, but I don't think you will. You just need to plan your channels properly. James, how's it going? Let's see here. I'm pretty tired. I woke up. My little brother called me at 3 in the morning for some reason. I didn't pick up. He was obviously out. He's young, so he's probably gallivanting the nightclubs and stuff like that, probably asking me for money. So I didn't end up picking up. I probably should have, just in case he was, you know, in trouble, but I think he's all good. Noel, hello from the UK. Is there any update on the U7 Pro Max AP? There are a load of people. I have no idea. I mean, we could look at the Reddit. Reddit. I don't have issues with it. None of my customers have issues with it. But then again, we're not going and doing like huge. When I'm talking about my customers, I'm talking business customers. I'm just trying to see through the Reddit. There has been a ton of Reddit threads about it though. I'm pretty active in every Ubiquity, you know, subreddit, in their community forums and stuff like that. Oh, here we go. Unverified claim, blah, blah, blah. Mocha. Oh, God, she's meowing. Come here, Moki. I can't find the video. But I haven't had any issues. I mean, Ubiquity did respond to that user's video, whoever was the person who posted it. I forget their name of their channel. But anyway. Mocha. Come here. It's just meowing. Yep, brothers do that. Ugh, my little brother, he had a job. He's not working at that job anymore. Hey Mac, big shout out from South Africa. Love your content. Thank you so much. I have around 20 sites that I'm looking after on an UDM Pro. Nice. That's amazing. I'm glad you watch them. I appreciate it. Sadly, we don't get the Unifi cameras or the IP phones. I wonder if they will end up expanding the services to different regions like that. I would assume maybe in the future. Z-Gamer from the basement. How's it going? Justin, no problem. All good. My IoT network only uses 2.4 and I don't have a max. Okay. So I have my IoT on 2.4 and 5, but the things that I'm controlling are like these. Well, you can't see them. Elgato lights, the key lights. I have a couple Philips Hue lights. I think those are all Philips Hue little thingies. That's a Philips Hue. I have some Govee lights. And then I have a couple Lutron things, and that's it. I mean, I'm not huge into the home automation side of stuff. Holy crap. Hold on a sec. I just want to make sure Mocha's not hurt. 1 minute. What are you going on about? She's just meowing. She's playing with a freaking elastic. You know, the cats probably shouldn't play with elastics, but anyway. You know when you get Ubiquity power cables, they come with those little white elastics wrapped around it? That's what she's playing with right now. Mike, how's it going? Is it still worth it to invest in a PTZ Pro or wait till the next generation? Well, I mean, probably. The camera's still great. It's huge, though. Like, if you're planning on putting that on your house, if you have a mansion or something, okay, sure. But where I live, and if you have a lot of property, where I live is a residential neighborhood, so having this on my house would be kind of overkill, and it would be huge. My neighbors already probably think I'm crazy with the amount of cameras I have on my house. You could get this little guy, the G5 PTZ. The only thing with this, it only does 2x optical zoom, and it's only 2K. It's not 4K. So you really need to see what you want. I haven't heard anything about a next generation of the big industrial, 4K one. Mocha is meowing about all the new products. Yes, hopefully. Mocha really wants you to release. There's nothing. I can't wait for this to be debunked. That's what I was going to do. I always forget it before live streams to put a command in here about that. Thank you very much. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. Johansson, that's easy to say, your last name. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, yes. Hello, does the G4 PTZ come in white, industrial come in white? It does not. I thought I saw a white one somewhere though. It was in like some documentation a long time ago. I recently set up the IoT at 2.4 gigahertz only, enforced all of the 5 gigahertz devices. Okay. Everything works great. I have about 60 Wi-Fi devices. Nice. Yeah, there has been a lot of people complaining, but then there's been a lot of people saying they don't have issues either. So I think it all depends on what you're running. You guys can't, no, you probably can't hear her because I have a noise gate on. I wish you could. She's like, if you've ever had cats, it's something called caterwauling. That's what it sounds like. She's going nuts right now. Come here. Hurry up. You want to be in today's live stream, Mocha? Nah, whatever. I took all her beds out of here because what I was saying, I was going to do a backdrop, a black drop right in front of here. I had it all set up. I'm like, this ain't going to work. I'm trying to improve my, editing and stuff like that, but I'm terrible with B-roll. Because I have a video that I need to get done before I leave for Ubiquity World Conference. So there probably won't be a video coming out this week unless there's something like an update, a Unifi Protect update or something like that. But there should be the week after, I would think. Greetings from Montreal. I really need to go to Montreal. Joe, how's it going? Hopefully you're excited for UWC. But I'm using the U6 access points. Okay, so what people are complaining about is the U7 APs currently. Hi from a German from Dubai today. Nice. Dubai. That is quite... I have a couple customers who are in Dubai. For the Enterprise Fortress Gateway, is it possible to revert and upgrade? I believe Unifi ever... you should be able to do, downgrade the firmware. You should be able to. Connect videos, maybe, eventually. I would have to do it more so in a... I'd want to do Connect videos when I'm not doing it in my house. Like, I did a couple Connect videos in my house, and it was a little weird. It was just because it's, hold on a second. I don't want to hear myself. Oh, crap. What did I do? There we go. Like, I have a couple of the Connect Cast, the old Connect Cast. I had it plugged in my TV. I have the Connect display as well, which I don't know what to do with. I have no idea what to do with. I had it in here originally, but I have so much crap in here. You guys, you can't even see the half of it. My table goes like this. It's like an L, and then it goes all the way to the back wall. And then there's just kind of stuff everywhere right now. My access point's not even in the ceiling. It's just sitting there right now on the table because I was trying to do something different. Cody, have you tried Home Assistant yet? I haven't. I really should. I haven't. Tech Talk and Unbox, how's it going? Hey, Cody, most people complain about the U7 Pro Max about issues with IoT devices. Yes, I've heard that. Protectly just released a NAS, did they? No way. They probably wouldn't send it to me because they did send me a couple things and I never did videos on it. Wow, their website takes forever to load. No, they didn't, did they? I don't see a NAS, Protectly NAS. Maybe they did. I don't see it. Zima board, Zima Cube. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. They have, oh, they do. Jason's Lab just posted a video on it 3 days ago. Well, I'll link that. I'll link that. Jason comes in here once in a while. A brand new Protectly Vault Pro VP. This is the video I'm talking about. VP. Oh, interesting. Well, if you want to check that out, you can check it out. Oop. Here's the. There we go. I didn't even know. I had no idea. I haven't watched the video. I'll have to watch that. Watch that afterwards. Where the heck am I? Like when a bird is outside the window. Well, she's just going nuts. There's birds always in her backyard because Chantel feeds birds. I heard a rumor that they are releasing the new Cloud Key Stand Pro Max with ether lighting. That would be hilarious. Did she get some catnip? We haven't given them catnip in a very long time. We probably should, just so they could have some fun. Excuse me. Absolutely love the Ubiquity ecosystem. But really wish they would find a way to fix the constant notifications when kids are outside playing with a view on multiple cameras. Yeah, like the only notifications I have on my phone currently is for doorbell pushes, and that's it. I haven't heard anything about a G5 Instant. Nope. You'll be the one throwing popcorn on me in the plane. I wonder how close we are. Well, I could message you my seats later. I forget what time we were going. We're going to the airport because I think our flight's at 7:50. Don't you have to be there 3 hours early? 7:50, so that's 4:50. That's gonna be an early day. Best wireless access point right now is the U7 Enterprise. Unsure about the U7 Pro. That's what I'm using upstairs is the U7 Enterprise, and then downstairs the U7 in-wall. Oops, excuse me. I hope someday that someone will review the EV SLR because nobody has I have no idea what that even is. What the heck is that? EV Station Lite? Is that what it is? Connect Display with Protect is amazing. They're just very expensive. Like if you're looking at their new integrations, they only have one Connect Display. Right? And it's $699 US. That's I'd rather buy a big TV and then put a viewport behind it. When do you think we'll get a new UDM Pro? Probably not for a while. We just got the Pro Max and the EFG. We really don't need anything new. Like, I don't know what else people would be looking for because the EFG, what's it have? It's got a 25 gig interface, unless we're going to the 100 gig, but maybe an updated UDR would be cool. I know Ubiquity has done a lot of firmware updates to the viewport for Protect. Do you think you will do I don't even have a viewport. I don't have a viewport. I probably should. Maybe I'll ask them to send me one. I probably should. Because it would be... Oh, I can't have it behind my TV. Frick. We bought the... Oh, what's that TV? What's the TV that looks like art? That's what I have anyway. TV that looks like art. TV. Looks like a picture frame. Oh, the frame. So anyway, we have the frame. And to be able to put the viewport back there, I got to take it down and then I got to put it in the media box. I'm not about that. I guess I could put it in my basement, or I could put it on the basement TV or the TV, one of the TVs upstairs. Hey Cody, I used to have random disconnects with Magic Site to Site VPN. It has suddenly fixed its issue. Do you know if there was a common issue? I haven't heard of a common issue, but I did see a firmware update that was to stabilize the site to site. Mocha. I'm about ready to do an install with 2 U7 Pros in an environment with 1 U6 Pro. Any best practices? For something like that, leave it at default. I would probably hard code my channels. We always do. Yeah, I would probably hard code your channels. A biggest gripe from UI is that the G4 doorbell is more expensive than the Dream machines. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's a great doorbell. I love it. EV station light, yeah. I probably won't do videos on it. I don't have an electric vehicle. I've never actually been in an electric vehicle. Unless one of my customers, I do have a couple customers who have, the one has an EV station. If they want to update to, or put another one in, then we could do a video on it. I have a U7 Pro and the Coke. I like the Coke can, the U6 meshes. They're nice. Let's see. Have you ever used any Ubiquiti APs in large coolers? I have not. Large coolers. I have not, no. I have a customer with several large coolers around 10,000 square feet. I think you might be all right because the heat of the APs, even though that those coolers get pretty cold, I think you might be okay. Well, you can't connect any other doorbell. Oh, I guess you could now. I guess if it had OnVIF, you could probably connect it to it. I don't have any recommendations just because I use Unifi Protect only. You can't down easy only with PuTTY. Yes, you'd have to do it manual for sure. I would vote for an updated UDR. Do you think the G5 bullets make sense after the release of the G5? It depends. It depends on your style, like how you like the look of your cameras. Right? These are nice. They're nice cameras. They're just as easy. I mean, I think that it really depends what style you like. I don't know which one I'd go for now. I'd probably do the turrets. Yep, Sansom frame. Yep. I ended up buying, when I first went there, I forget the size of ours. I think it's only like 55 or 60 inch or something like that. But I ended up by accident buying the biggest frame you could. I'm like, I brought Chantel's car. I'm like, this barely fits in the car. I swear I only bought a 55 inch. Luckily, I realized on my way home and I took it back. And it was like $2,000 more. I took it back and then I got this small one because that big TV wouldn't fit above our fireplace. Are there any stated EOL for enterprise devices like the end? How long's their support's usually pretty long. If you look at the USG, it was out for like 10 years. What, in your opinion, the EFG or the UXG enterprise? It's the same hardware except the UXG doesn't run the network application. In my opinion, it makes it more sense to have managed on the gateway. I prefer the network application right on the hardware myself. But if you're a MSP and you have your own hosted controller, that's where the UXG Enterprise might fit. Well, you could upload your own ring chimes if you want. I mean, you could just grab an MP3 and load it in. I forgot when I was doing the video, I had mine saying bruh, like, you know, every kid goes bruh, whatever. So I ended up having it say that, and Chantel and I are sitting in the living room watching TV, and I'm like, do you hear that, man? and because I had my chime set to ring like 4 times, it kept going bruh. I'm like, what the heck is that? Ended up being my chime because I switched it. Worth waiting for the U7 wall in build. Yeah, that's hard to say. Like, I never wait for new gear. Like, if I'm planning on buying a U7 Pro, whatever, I buy it right away. I'm not going to wait because we don't have timelines on when things can't come out. It could be 7 months down the road, right? So I never really wait. A lot of the times you'll buy the new thing and then the next day the other one will come out. Much cheaper than the bullets. Yeah, they're the same. They're the exact same here. Client with 4 48 port switches, should I recommend an aggregation? Yes, I would. I probably would, yep. Like that co-working space build, I think we did 5 or 6 switches. We have the Ag Pro in there. Do you think Ubiquiti or Unifi will bring out a U7 long range? I'm not too sure. I hope so. I like the Cocan style of things. Did you ever do a video on the alarm manager? I haven't yet because they're having issues with it, so I haven't done that. You could probably find an MP3 saying that. I used Sound Buttons, I think, for mine, soundbuttons.com. Could you do multiple bells right on the main screen of the intercom? Can you do multiple bells? No, you cannot on the intercom. No. It's only one bell. Well, Ubiquiti is kind of different because they just post whenever. Like, what video was it? It was for this. Right? The UDB. I got this on like the Monday. Didn't even know about it. And the video was to release on Tuesday. So I'm like, what? Like, I have no idea about these products. So they kind of just release it whenever. We have a roadmap of a couple things, but it's like, it's not in the public line. Like, you look at the Unifi talk and how they did their roadmap there. They were saying, and this was just in the community forums, but it was the Unifi team speaking on it. So they would say, you know, CNAME's coming, caller ID, blah, 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 blah. You're going to get the soft phone, and we're going to get a new phone lineup in Q1 of 2024. Well, it's what, Q3, Q4, whatever. It's Q4 of 2024. And I mean, we still haven't seen new phones. So it really just depends. U7 wall on upper floor versus U7 Pro. Well, it just depends on where. Like, I typically always would have my access point ceiling mounted. But if in a lot of homes, you don't have Cat 6 or Cat 5 run in your house. And if you do, it's going to be at receptacle height. That's where I would put the U7 wall. One small question. Anyone using the USW Enterprise? I have a couple of them. One of them is running a bit hot. My 70 in the fan is latest firmware. I have them, but I'm not using it right now, so I couldn't tell you the temperature. I did a video on the UDB as well, but Lars's is probably going to be better because he has a farm and a lot more room. I just got the UDB Pro, and I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do a video on it, just because I don't know how to. I don't have room. I live in a subdivision, unless one of my clients want it. I know DPC Technology just did a video on this, though, if you want to check that out. Let's see. Just implement. Oh, my voice. Just implemented U7 outdoor to a meshed bridge between two buildings. Worked like a charm. It replaced the UBB. Nice. Contacts from sub menu. For testing, speak to a neighbor. No, I don't talk to any of my neighbors. I mean, my one neighbor beside. Actually, I talked to my one neighbor. They built our catio. They made it a little bit bigger. I talked to them. My other neighbor, they're an older couple. They're quiet. I say hi to them. I wave to them. And then the neighbors across the street, hardly ever see them. And we're literally, if you've seen any of my Protect videos, you know that I'm like 40 feet away from my neighbor. But I do have a client, the one that for the farmhouse, that I could potentially use the UDB. So we'll see. We'll see. If you guys want to hit that like button, we got 190 people here on a Sunday. That's kind of crazy. Oh, my back. I worked out my back and legs this morning, and back kills. Hey, from Quebec, I have some stability issues in a private school. Can I hire you? Yes, you can. And did you already email me? I think I saw it come in, and I just haven't. Well, I don't typically write back too much on the weekend. Cody, do you have anything wrong with the U7 Pro? I don't have the U7 Pro here. Like, I have it. It's not plugged in, though. I'm only using the U7 wall right now, and I'm not having issues. I think it was the Pro Max. Most people were having issues. Oh, you write me on Instagram. I don't check my DMs too often because a lot of it's spam on Instagram. Mactelecom. Let me go to my website. I'll post it. So you could go to my website, just click here. You'll see my rates. See my rates there. Rates went up a little bit to be competitive with the US people because my rates are still actually fairly low compared to a lot of people. But anyway, you could just fill this out. It's just a form. You don't need to pay anything, off here to whatever. I can look at I could look at my Instagram though later today though, and they'll see because other people might have tried reaching out as well. Any update with OnVIF? No, there has not been. You need Chantel to come say hi to us in person. Love to see her smile. She is not home. She went over to her friends. Yep. She left. It's just me and the cats for like the whole day and all night. Pretty much. So what that means, the good thing is, air conditioning all day long, even though it's only 9 degrees Celsius outside, so it's pretty cool. I guess I could just open my windows. Loads of users home automation forums have been reporting 2.4 dropping out. Yeah, I think Ubiquity posted on that, and I think they're going to come out with a fix. I have no idea. The problem with IoT devices, everything is different, and Ubiquity would have to do all of that in the lab. Like they'd have to buy Lutron, they'd have to buy, it should all be standardized, but you could be buying, it could be a cheap chipset on your IoT device, and it's not really the Ubiquity stuff that's causing the issue. Sounds like Lego time. I was thinking about playing Silent Hill 2 remake just because it just came out and I bought it and it was like $105, so I should probably play it. Does anybody use Ubiquity cameras that they can compare to other brands such as Axis or more commercial grade? Looking to play with the Unifi. We took a lot of Axis down and replaced it with Unifi. I haven't used Axis though, but apparently they're a pretty good brand. I don't know, maybe my window is open. That was really loud. Reading lately to wait on the U7 Pros and keep the U6 Pros for. So if you have a lot of IoT devices, I probably would use the U6 Pros. U6 Pros used to be our go-to access point. Right now, the co-working space, we have all U6 Enterprise. And reading the issues with IoT devices, we're probably not going to change out to U7 for a little bit. Party time, that is right. UCG, any tips on setting up load balancing? Have 1 gigabit fiber and 1 gig 5G set to 80/20, trying to get the max. I usually don't do load balancing. I always, like mine, I just have on active and passive or whatever you call it. I really do need to do Lego though. Like you could see back there. Yeah, my white balance is really off. I wonder if I have a filter on. I don't. I have my saturation. I have red face. I can't help it. I gotta saturate myself a little bit. And I think the camera's set up. But anyway, this is a Batman. That's all Batman Lego. And it's been sitting like that forever. I have like 2 more pieces to build and then I'm done. I think there's like 6 bags. So I probably should do that today. And maybe take the cats out into the backyard. Is it just my crappy camera or is there no option to get movement events? There is no option. It is just record only. That's it. Right now. Christopher, how's it going? Some IoT devices don't like single name SSIDs for both the 5 gig or 2.4 and the 5. Yeah, a lot of people, they only set their IoT to 2.4. Wish Unifi made solar powered devices. I kind of do too, because the side of my house that's behind that window, I don't have a camera there. I had a Reolink solar camera. And that's the only part of my house that I don't have a camera. We do have a conduit going, because I didn't feel like ripping open my wall. So on the outside of this window, there's a conduit going from the 2nd floor all the way down to the basement to my network rack. I could always just drill a little hole or whatever and poke a cable out and put a camera there. That's probably what I'm going to do. Next year, you'll probably end up seeing a brand new video on a new Catio and us putting cameras in that. Because the Catio is getting a little lopsided. And we want to make a Catio that's like the size of this room for them. Take up half our backyard. I don't care. They're sold as top tier. I don't think they're sold as top tier, but honestly, the cameras aren't much better. The Hikvision, the NVR functionality is where the value is, but at the cost, I don't think the cost is that bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of this wrong, but for a 4K facial recognition camera for $500, I don't think that's bad. No license fees. Hikvision, the issues with them, I mean, they're blacklisted in the States, so that's an issue. And the interface is brutal. So I don't find this that badly priced, but if you're buying a Hikvision camera 4K for $199, well, There you go. But does it do facial recognition? Who knows? License plate reading, all that type stuff. New channel, the Catio, with just the cats. I probably would just put that on my my main channel. I know some people don't like cats. When I did the Catio video installing cabling to it and cameras and stuff like that, there are people like, oh, I don't want to see cats. I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, I don't care. See you later. Take care. Okay. Is there any reason why the Unifi Express only have topology? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not too sure. I haven't used the Unifi Express for a little while. Cody, can I use the G2 Starter Kit Pro? G2 Starter Kit with Building Bridge. G2 Starter Kit Pro. You're talking about access? You should be able to. Like if your building to building bridges are on the same network, yeah, you should be able to. Oh, Chantel's online. Everybody say hi to Queen Bee. That is Chantel. A client of ours swears by AV Tech cameras. I haven't heard of that. Sure, the picture may look nice, but the web... And that's the problem. Like, we have done Hikvision or rebranded Hikvision years ago. And we were using VMS 4500 or whatever the app is that you had to use. It was horrible. Like, I don't even care how cheap they are or how cheap the price point of the cameras are. To use that app, I would spend hundreds more. Yes, Frederick was just asking. He was trying to get you to come on stream, but you're not here. Is it possible to use one access door for two doors? No, it is not. And is there any info about the door access kit, but in black? Nothing about in black. Most of the time, you're not even gonna, like, people aren't going to see these, right? There's a couple ways that people would deploy these if you're doing single door. They either have it above the door, like in a drop ceiling in a lockbox. We don't do that. We always have it back in our network room, but you're really never going to see these. So it's not like visible to the eye unless you're like the IT team and you're going into your server room. If you want double door, you're going to have to, well, you could just buy two of the starter kits or the hubs, or this does up to 8 doors. Enterprise Access Hub. We just installed one of those last week. I'd happily deploy more Unifi cameras if they came out with some better 4K options. Not a huge fan of the Bullet. What do they have in 4K other than the Bullet? I don't know if they really have much more, do they? It's all Bullet. All Bullet. Well, besides the G4 PTZ. Yeah, that's true. They probably should come out with some like turret models and stuff like that are 4K. Yeah, well, she signed into her tech or travel and tails account, and then luckily it didn't screw the things up, which is good. So I'm not an MSP, so we don't deploy endpoint protection to them. If I was going to be an MSP, I would either probably use Huntress Labs or I would use SentinelOne. Yeah, we're not an MSP. I don't want to have to deal with end client issues of that nature. Yeah, 4K turret would be wicked, wouldn't it? Is there anything new that came out? I don't think there really is. There's not. The one thing I really want to get my hands on, actually, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on the UMR. Oh, they came out with didn't they come out with a Ultra right here? This is kind of cool. It's available on October 15th. I don't know. Because we were up in a remote area a week or two ago, and they just had really crappy internet. It would be nice to deploy something like this, but then again, I could just get like a Starlink Mini. But to have a like little portable box that you put a camera on, you have like battery that powers it for a couple days, and you know, say you're at a job site that doesn't have any power or internet. Well, you could just sit this here and watch over your equipment. I think it would make for an interesting video. You use ThreatDown. What do I use on mine? And people are probably gonna, I think I use Bitdefender. Is it Bitdefender? I don't know if it's Bitdefender. It is Bitdefender, but realistically, it's just my computer. Like, I don't save any client info ever. So if somebody got it onto my computer, what they would get, they would be able to look at my YouTube videos that are saved on my computer. So it's not, you know. What did I also don't like with the cameras, the big price gap between 2 and 4K. Yeah, I guess. I never have customers complain about the prices of the cameras, but I think it's more if you're doing it at home, like for $499, that's about $600 Canadian. It is a little pricey for your house. I would agree. But if you want those features, that's what you're going to have to pay for, I guess. Love a wider view. You know what has a really wide view is the G5 PTZ. I love that camera. I think it's amazing. Any experience with access door systems with the Home Assistant? No, I do not. The only access systems that I've worked on are Pro Data Key and Unifi Access. I would love to get into OpenPath, but OpenPath is very expensive. People were bummed that it didn't have 5G. But then again, a couple people, I forget who it was, somebody in my Discord, they mentioned that 5G is not, you know, worldwide like LTE is right now. So LTE, like you could get that literally everywhere. I honestly, when I'm remote, I don't care if I'm only getting 60 megs down. That's perfect. I don't need super high speeds. It's not like I'm deploying this to a business to run their main internet feeds from. I love Ubiquiti, but I don't like is that it's designed for the US market, or let's say for drywall. In Germany, we have solid stone. I think that would be pretty much everybody though, like any vendor. If you look at Aruba, you look at Cambium, maybe if the vendor is actually from Germany, it's very hard to design for that type of those walls. Like you just need to put more APs in realistically, because it's not going to penetrate that well in the concrete. I don't know if the U7 wall, I didn't see in the Reddit forums that the U7 wall had the issues with the IoT. It looked more like the Pro Max, the U7 Pro Max. Then again, I can't really verify because I don't have issues with it, but I don't also have 50 plus IoT devices. Is the new Building Pro only meant for single devices, or would it be fine with the Switch doing multiple cameras on the outlying relay or end? Well, I think it outputs just PoE. So if you're plugging in say you're plugging in, I don't know, a switch like the Ultra switch, you're not really going to get a ton of power for there. So I probably would just stick with one device. Like PoE devices. If you want to put a switch there and you want to run actual endpoints like computers and stuff, that would be fine. What I liked in their video is they had it showing that they were doing the UDB Pro, shooting down to like a light pole to be able to, and you know, being powered up by the light pole, getting the internet from the other side, from the point-to-point link, and then having a traffic camera on there. That seemed pretty cool. Wi-Fi loves it, yes. Stone walls I'm glad I live in Canada. I mean, North America, just because of how we build houses. If it was all concrete, I would hate that. But I get why they do that. I get why it's done. Any news on when U7 APs? I don't know if the U7 APs are gonna have Bluetooth. What I have heard, or what they posted, they're not getting rid of the smart sensors. There's probably going to be some other device, if you want the smart sensors, that will work in conjunction with it for Bluetooth. That's what glue guns are for. That would be hilarious to see. I'm sure it would work, and I'm sure people have done it before. People do it with duct tape all the time. I don't think I'm going to play video games today. I think I'm just going to do my Lego. I'm going to end the Twitch stream. No one in there anyway. I've been up. I slept so bad, and then my little brother calls me at 3 in the morning. Mocha wakes me up at 4:30 in the morning. Then I finally get up at 5 and go to the gym. Or maybe I went at 5:30. I forget. I'm thinking about getting an EFG for my home. I know it's overkill since I already have the UDM SE. Do you have any experience with how good it's firewall compared to like some? I don't use Sophos or Fortinet, so I'm not sure. That I don't know. But I think it would probably be overkill for a house for sure. I have the EFG. The reason I don't use it is because it only runs the network application, and I don't have a cloud key here. Our buildings at the college are poured concrete walls. Double or triple the apps and static channels are a must. Yes, absolutely. Or APs. Most of the buildings, they're concrete. Like, they're concrete or whatever. It's not like all drywall. Maybe the interior walls are always drywall, but the exterior, they aren't. They're concrete. Can I send you a list of things I want to get in quantities for you and let me know if it is a good setup? You could, yeah. Network Architect here. Thanks for all the great videos. Would love to bring Ubiquity into my enterprise one day. They're getting there. They're getting there with the EFG, the enterprise NVR, which I really want. They said they were sending it. We'll see. I do have one customer I could bring it to. Right now, the customer has about 70 cameras. I'm going to be scaling that to about 150. But I only want the NVR if I get it with the bezel, because the bezel's the coolest thing. I mean, is it that cool? I think it's cool. Shows your drives. It has the, you know, ether lighting or whatever. For an extra couple $100, I'd still probably buy it. What's going to cost you more than... Look how expensive the storage is going to cost you. Oh, hold on. With no storage. Yeah, that's going to be very expensive. RAID 10. But whatever. For an enterprise or for a big business or building like a school, they're not going to care that much. Joining the stream late. No problem. If answer already, but what's the best strategy of getting the lead on renewed inventory? I've been looking for a PTZ Pro. The PTZ Pro has been kind of out for a little bit. Like, I haven't seen it come in stock. There's a couple ways you could do it. UI Notify, which is Crosstalk Solutions notification service. He has a free one, and then he has a paid service. So you could go there. Ubiquity, I think Ubiquity in their Discord, they have an update tracker. I think Reddit has an update tracker when things come out. I personally use UI Notify, but I haven't had issues buying anything lately anyway. So I don't have any filters set up. If you want to filter gear, I think it's the paid service, and it's only like $2 or $3 a month. Thoughts on Unifi power amp? I'm not too sure because I haven't used it yet. If I do a review on it, it will actually be for a customer that, like a coffee shop. I'm not going to do it at my house. I don't have, you know, speakers and stuff that I connect. I think it's great they came out with it. They actually came out with it at perfect timing because Sonos has been going through a lot of crap. Yeah, you could DM me on Discord, or you could just email me. Go to my website, mactelecomnetworks.com, whichever. Discord works as well. So I think it's the perfect timing for Ubiquity to get into the audio space because of all the stuff going on with Sonos, the app, you know, all of that type of stuff. But then you still have to buy speakers for it, which is fine. I mean, with Sonos amps, you have to do the same thing as well. Let's see. I envy these with the North Americas can run new wires in the wall. Yeah, like for our houses, we don't do residential anymore unless it's like brand new. My uncle's house, that is still a video coming up. It's a full unified build video. Let me see if I can bring up the picture here. We'll bring it up on Instagram because we're not bringing up TikTok anymore. TikTok's not fun to bring stuff up on. I don't know if I took a picture of all the gear. I still need to do videos on the gate controllers for the Unifi access. This gear? Maybe I didn't post a picture on here. Yeah, because these are old. This was at Ubiquity World Conference in Chicago. Maybe I didn't. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, here it is, right here. There's actually more gear than this. So this is for my uncle's place. He's building a new place up where my mom lives, or near where my mom lives. It's very nice. It's you know, it's a small city and lots of trees, lots of nature and stuff like that. But what we have here, we have the UDM Pro Max, we have a UMVR, we have 3 U7 Pros, we have 2 U7 Pro Outdoor, 2 U7 Pro Max, I think, or maybe they're just the Pros, I forget. We have a turret. We have a couple turrets, actually. We have a doorbell. We have a PTZ camera. We have the USW Flex box. We have a USW Flex switch because he has a garage not attached to his house that we're going to give whatever to. We have the Pro Max 24 PoE switch. And I think I'm going to give him my AI Pro camera. Because right now my AI Pro camera is just sitting on my driveway on like a camera mount pole that I was testing it with. I was going to do a video on it and then I just never did. So I think I'm just going to give it to him for his driveway. So that's going to be a cool video. That will be coming up once I get back from Ubiquity World Conference in Miami. His house should be like near complete. Yeah, there's a Discord for Watch and Stock. Yep. I'm not going to look at it during stream just because if I pull up my DMs will show all my DMs to people who I talk to, and I don't want that stuff shown. I'm sure I saw a picture somewhere. Yeah, I found it. Yep. Is it a bad idea to download the software for Unifi on my laptop to program just access points and let the customer keep using their internet provider router? Is it a bad idea? I mean, you could do it. If you ever want to change SSIDs or anything like that, you need to go back to the customers with your laptop that has Unifi Network on it. That's the only downfall to that. Really wish they did a Pro Max 24 completely fanless. Well, I don't hear mine though, because mine's in my basement, so I don't hear it. Any word on a NAS? I have not heard of a NAS. No. I have not heard of a NAS. Who was I just watching? It's kind of funny. I wasn't watching them. I just saw a video. They posted a video today. Oh gosh, who is it? I forget their name. It's in one of the NAS people. NAS Compares. He did a video. This was a while ago about the Pi Drive UT2, which isn't Ubiquity. This is some other thing. I don't know if it. I'll have to watch his video later, but it's probably a Kickstarter of some sort. But it's funny that they took that name. Obviously, it's spelled with a Y though. Let me just go back there. Smart power strip ever coming back? I'm not sure, and I just found my power strip. I forgot I had one. It's behind this dresser. It's plugged in, but it's not connected to my application. Can I send? Oh, I'm scrolled up. That's why. Any rumors of 5G copper switches? I haven't. 5 gigabit. I haven't heard anything. No. Have you tried third-party cameras? I did try the third-party cameras, and I did use a Real-Link camera. The issue with the third-party right now is it's only it's just 24/7 recording only. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no motion. There's no alerting. Yeah, I would stick. I know your design. I would stick to Ubiquity cameras. I wouldn't think about putting third-party cameras within the network that you have. Seeing as you're already going all Ubiquity. Everybody wants a NAS. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. I did see. I didn't watch the full video, but 777. He does great videos. I don't follow him. I really should. 777. I'm going to 777 or 404. He does great, like in-depth videos too. Like really good stuff. Is this his channel here? Yes, I'm going to subscribe because I don't. But this is the, yeah, so Ubiquity Unify Protect Convert NVR to a NAS and why it failed. I don't know why that is. Who did somebody in our community. Oh gosh, I forget his name. He's in my Discord all the time. They created a GitHub to actually make this work. I could post this video. I haven't watched it. I don't know what it's about, but they do great content. I mean, yeah, honestly, like really good in-depth content. The man loves his Wireshark. That's good. I mean, so you should. The problem with doing that in-depth of videos is not a lot of people are going to watch them, unfortunately. They want videos that are, you know, the best timing is like 7 to 10 minutes max. And not super complicated, which is unfortunate because his videos like teach a lot. Can I place the U7 Pro Max on the wall or is it sealed? You could do it on the wall if you want. It just changes Your download speed will be little less. Your range will go a bit further. Quick house setup recommendation for a network and a few APs, 1 gigabit. Well, seeing as I've seen a couple people complaining about the U7s, I would probably go with the U6 Pro or U6 Enterprise. Enterprise is probably overkill for your house. Go with a UDM SE or a UDM Pro Max. And then maybe a Pro Max switch, PoE switch. Then again, if you're not trying to spend that much money, you could go with the non-Pro. The standard switches you have to be careful with. And what I mean by that is the PoE budget. So a lot of people will go and be like, why would I buy a Pro Max switch that's $799 where I could buy the 24 at $379? Well, you don't have that power budget. You have 95 watts and it only covers 16 ports. And it has 1 gigabit uplinks. But if you only care about 1 gigabit, whatever, that's fine. This one has a 400 watt budget. It has PoE across. It has PoE++ on the last, what, 8 or 6 ports. It has on the 8 ports and 2.5 gigabit per second. So if you're going with newer U7 access points, you're going to want that 2.5 gigabit Ethernet interface because that's what they have. You don't want to bottleneck yourself by only having the 1 gig. The MVR to NAS conversion is interesting, but at the risk with every update. True. I tried to archive events on my my Google Drive. I could not find the option to do it. I tried to archive events. Are you talking about for Unifi Protect? Or are you talking about for... Oh, you can't do it automatically. There's no automatic. It's manual only. Manual only, which they need to do something where we could say in the Unifi Protect, we want smart detections for person or animal or whatever, pushing automatically every night at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. going up to our Google Drive. That's what I want to see. I don't want to have to manually push footage, ever. Cody, do you like 3D printing to make different designs? So I bought 2 3D printers. They were Ender, whatever. They were something. I tried setting it up. I tried leveling the board. I got impatient, couldn't do it proper, and I gave it away. I gave both of them away to the same person. So, yeah, that's as far as my journey went. I get into things, and then I'm like, oh, I'm really liking this, right? Like, the 3D printers would be really cool to do. I wanted to print, like, some UFO things and some different, you know, mounts and stuff for Ubiquity gear. What are you doing, Moke? Come here. And then I just never did. Oh, come on. Come here. You'd see her, oh, see her tail? Oh, here she comes. What you doing? Wiggling everything. I don't have her beds in here because I was planning on shooting some stuff today, but I don't know if... I'm kind of tired. I don't think I want to... I could film some B-roll, I guess. I don't want to just do my Lego this afternoon and whatever. Just got a 6LR AP and to try to help with my Ring camera, but alas, however, very happy with the range. Yes, they are good. What are you doing, big girl? She's a big cat. We tried putting her on a diet. It doesn't work because then she'll just eat Nilly's food. Unfortunately, Nilly's like skin and bones, which is kind of funny because the vet said, "Oh, Nilly's a bit overweight." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me." She is nothing. She's tiny. Mocha's like 14 pounds-ish. Poor girl. She needs to get on her running wheel. Any rumors on a U7 with integrated switch? So Ubiquity did tell us, I think I even say it in my video, of the U7 wall. They are coming out with the U7 AP wall with switch ports on the bottom. I don't have timelines on it, though. Let me bring this up. I guess we could kind of talk about this. I just did a video on it. About the new update. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Ugh. The holiday here in Canada. We had to go put some exit requests up and get a couple handicap door operators open or working. Shouldn't be that long of a day, but I hate when you're not signed in. You can't change it to be the dark mode. Anyway, sorry about this. Your eyes might hurt a little bit. Let me move my face. All right, so Unifi Network Application 8.5.6, it brought us NetFlow packet capture on gateways and improved dashboard experience, customized widgets, whatever. I think the widgets are really cool. I hope they come out with more, and I really hope they allow us to order them how we want, like drag and drop them in which order that we want it to be in. I didn't realize that NetFlow only worked on 4.1. So when I was doing the video, I kind of had to re-edit it and say, I had to go back and say that it only works on 4.1. 4.1's not out yet. It's not even in an EA. So you have to kind of wait for that to come out. It's not going to work on the Unifi Express or UXGs. But I will do a full video on NetFlow when it comes out. And I'm trying to find a free NetFlow collector. Yeah, I'm trying to find one that's free. So that when I do a video about it, you guys could just go to the link, download the free collector, and then you could just go based off my video. The Seam server integration, I'm probably not going to do a video for, just because it does like Splunk and all that, and I don't use Splunk. Packet capture, I will do a video on, and we'll examine it a bit in Wireshark when 4.1 comes out. So it's pretty cool. It's a decently sized update. Let's see. Dream Machine recommended over something cheaper like the Cloud Gateway Ultra. No need for security. Dream Machine. Cloud Gateway Ultra. Yeah, I mean, if you don't need... I would probably, you know what, I would probably still get this. I'd probably do this. I wouldn't do the Ultra. I'd pay the extra. No. Why would you pay the extra, though? What's the difference? I think this, okay, so this runs Unifi Network for a full stack. So this only runs Unifi Network. 31 gigabit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you could do this. I mean, if you're only planning on using Unifi Network, go with this one then. If you want to run some other applications in the future, like Unifi Protect, I would go with the Cloud Gateway Max. It's $199 with no storage, and then you could always get the M2 tray if you want to, if you ever want to upgrade to use that. Samsung frame, yes. I actually really like the Samsung frame. I know people don't like it, but I think it's really good. Cloud Gateway, does it not have a rack mount? It does. It does. Oh, rack mount. That's what you're talking about. I'm sure you can find somebody on Etsy or something like that that would 3D print it for you. Check out Bamboo Lab printers. I have. They are now pretty much out of the box set up. I wonder if they sell it on Amazon. So what I do when I buy all this random stuff that I don't know if I'm ever going to use, whenever people use my Amazon affiliate links, it gives me a Bamboo 3D printer. It gives me some money back for Amazon cards, and that's where I buy it. I don't know if they are on Amazon, though. I don't think they are. I need something literally set up for me. I'm not putting it together again. I would like to get into 3D printing, though. I always could get... It's one of Chantel's friends and my friends who I gave the 3D printers for. He's really into that type of stuff. And I'm like, he had a very, very old printer. I'm like, mine's just been collecting dust. Just take mine. The joy of being self-employed, you can take days off if you want. And unfortunately, I can't tomorrow because we're so close to Ubiquity World Conference that I need to make sure that this work is done. And the co-working space that we're working on, this place right here, like it's ready to go live. So this is the co-working space. Obviously, yes, the rack screws are in here already, not in this picture. We have to label everything. What else do I need to do? So what happens? They're using something called, I forget what they're using. Oh, SpaceSpring? SpaceSpring, I think that's what's called, SpaceSpring. So they're using this co-working platform. All right, so when people will book a room. People book a room. What will happen? They'll have to still input or join the Wi-Fi, but it automatically, like the email that you book your room with, that links. That's how you authenticate. Say you only book the room for an hour. That's all you're going to be able to use the Wi-Fi for. It also integrates with their printer. So if you want to print, you can print. So we're using this SpaceSpring, but on the back end, it's something called Iron Wolf or Iron Wi-Fi that we're using with it for the radius and captive portals and stuff like that. I may do a video on it. I think people would be interested, but this is very niche. there's not like a ton of people who are deploying co-working spaces. It's been a really cool project, and I'm looking forward to it being wrapped up for sure. Your eyes, I know. I don't mind light mode. A lot of people don't like light mode, but I don't mind it at all. What VPN and MFA is everybody using? I think the only MFA that they have with their VPNs is if you do Unifi Enterprise. Where did I go? Wait, does the amp only use 2 speakers per amp, or can you split it? That I don't know. That I don't know. Does it show here? Because I haven't used it yet. Where the heck would it be? Would it be in PowerTech or new? Oh, here it is. 2 speaker terminals outputs with 2 custom designed banana plugins. So that I'm not sure of. It seems like maybe you only could do 2 speakers per. I don't know. Maybe you can add more. Somebody who is more audio video might be able to answer that question. Yes, hit the like button. We're almost at 100 likes. We got 200 people here. 100 likes would be great. Hi, Cody Soso, all the way from South Africa. Nice to see you here. That is a long way away from me. Hoping they fix the issue with the US aggregation where it fails over after 2 weeks. I've never seen that issue. I have never seen that issue. I have a USW. I have the Pro aggregation. I've never had problems with it. And yet they still haven't fixed payment with the captive portal. Yeah. Well, that's why we're going with a external captive portal, and we're not using the Ubiquity stuff. Max is better than the Ultra 2.5 gig ports. Yes, correct. I upgraded my UXG Pro to 4.6 and have 2 gigabit fiber internet. After the upgrade, running DIA and download. Yep. Locked up and lose. I have not seen that. I would start a post in the community forum. Ubiquity usually jumps on it pretty quick. Are you planning to release a video on the installation of the gate access kit? I am. I just don't know when. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, to be honest. I have 5 of them in my basement. Ubiquity provided them to me. Just give that out. So what we're going to do, we have the farmhouse. That's going to be the first one. We already have an intercom on that controlling their gate, but we don't have the intercom gate controller, gate access starter kit. I think they now allow you the ability to use the normal hubs for it. So we might not even have to switch too many things out. But yeah, we'll have an AI Pro on that so that it could read the license plates and then let them in. Then the other 4 are going to that same customer's, their actual business. And we're putting 4 of them on their gates, which is going to be cool. Yes, Bamboo Labs is great. Okay, I'll have to definitely take a look at that. In light of the new Cloud Gateway Max, do you expect the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus to be dropped? I don't think so. The Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus is completely different. It's really just a controller application, host applications, that's it. The Flex Mini 2.5 doesn't need PoE++ from my Max Ultra PoE. You think there's a Flex 2.5? I'm not sure. I hope so. But really on the Flex, like the outdoor Flexes, there's not really much need for having 2.5. Like what I would use, if this is the one you're talking about, where's the Flex utility? Or this one right here. Like what I use this for is for cameras. And I guess for outdoor Wi-Fi, maybe you need that 2.5 if you're using the U7 Outdoor. Does the U7 Outdoor even have 2.5? I don't know. Oh, it does have an uplink. Okay, so maybe they will. I guess if you want to use the U7 Outdoor with 2.5, they probably should come out with one of those, yeah. Iron Wi-Fi isn't cheap. I forget what the pricing was on it. We only have 8 APs on it. I could tell you right now, actually. We need to... We're on a free trial right now. I'm not paying for it. The customer's paying for it. You guys can't see this, right? Nope. Perfect. I forget how much it was a month. Ooh, that is pretty expensive. Holy crap. Oh, no, that's not bad. Oh, no, that is kind of bad. So it's $120 US per access point a year. So they'd be looking at about $1,000 a year, or $13 per access point a month. They're probably going to do the yearly, I would assume. But when you're thinking about a co-working space, you're going to be making enough money to cover that anyway. The Pursa was simple and works. Okay, maybe I'll look into that stuff. As long as gateways that have no controllers with them exist, I don't see. I don't see them getting rid of the cloud key like ever. On your co-working space, do you admin down the ports not used? So that's the issue with this space that I'm trying to think, because we don't know where people are going to plug in their computers. So no, we don't. We have to have it enabled, which is kind of, yeah, it's not good. I mean, but they're all VLANed off. Like all those are just for actual co-working space people who are coming in. So it's not any way, shape, or form within our management network. But it's very tricky for a co-working space. I haven't wrapped my head around a different way how to do it. Yeah, I guess I could always say, yeah, you want to port up? You're going to pay me $5 per port. Understood you could do the controller in the cloud without a cloud key. Yep. But with the recent gateways with no, okay, I just read that anyway. One of my co-working spaces clients tried Iron Wi-Fi at one point. I think they went with another solution. Oof. Well, hopefully it works decently. Output impedance needs to match. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know anything about audio. Maybe I should start learning. Must you install Access app on UMVR in order to pair cameras? Yes, you must. Yep. If you're running your cameras on the UDM Pro, you could run Access on the UDM Pro as well, or whatever console you're using. External portal. Are you talking about for Iron Wi-Fi? That's what I was talking about. This right here, Iron Wi-Fi. That's what it would be. I know there's a couple other ones. There's like the Art of Wi-Fi. I don't know if it would integrate. We were just trying to find people who integrate with SpaceBring, which is the co-working software that they needed to integrate with. Interesting. Door strikes for fences. I haven't installed any on a fence, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, they got to have them. When we were in Sarasota, they had like little fences going into their pool and they had door strikes, or maybe they had mag locks. They might have had mag locks on that. But either way, like typically the fence pole is big enough to put an electric strike if you want to do that. Tim, how's it going? How are the kitties? The kitties are good. I think one is in this room. None of them are in this room because I took their beds out and I put them in Chantel's office because I was planning on doing some filming today, but I don't think I'm going to. I really need to, though. I need to get this filming done by like Wednesday, I think. Wednesday-ish. We're using the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus for multi-site management and door access at the locations where the Cloud Key is installed. Nice. You got to just be careful because the Cloud Keys can only handle so much. What's with the UDMR always being out of stock, but for $50, I don't know. It's not a monopoly. Like that is some other seller that's buying the stock and then reselling for more money. Ubiquity doesn't sell. The only place Ubiquity sells is Ubiquity Web Store. They do have a couple partners. I think TDL might be one of their partners. Things like that. Will the license plates be recognized with EU plates on the AI camera? Yeah, they should be. You have to look at your local laws. I know the EU has different laws than we do here in North America. Do you basically have your customers purchase Unifi, or do you go through distribution? I usually just get them to purchase. I don't mark up my gear. I probably should, but we usually just send out, like this customer who we did the co-working space. I said, buy this, 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 and this. And they bought it. Then I don't need to worry about the RMAs. Say this customer and I split. Well, I have handle of their RMAs now, which is the reason I don't like buying gear either, because I don't want to have to do their RMAs, especially if we're not working together anymore. Yeah, they do it for scalping. All right, this coffee's done. Coffee's done. Time for my soda water. Staying on for a little bit longer, seeing as I'm not going to stream video games. My legs are just super tired. We went bowling last night. That was fun. That was a good time. I won. Chantel took a picture of the last game where she won. So I won 2 out of the 3 games. My hand hurts though. The other thing, you need to worry about warranties, right? So if you go through a third party, you're only getting a 1-year warranty. If you go through Ubiquiti, you're going to 2. What do you think my RMA percentage? Oh gosh, it's under 1%. What about DOA? The only dead on arrival I've had is 1 switch ever from Ubiquiti. And it was a 24 port Pro switch PoE, and it was dead. Out of the box. Luckily, I figured it out when we got one shipped to us really quick. This is why I do burn-in test at my house. People are like, why do you do burn-in test at your place? Why do you update everything at your house? Because if you have a dead device and you go to site, you're going to look like a dummy. And the other reason, like if the people who you're doing work for have really bad internet, if you buy a UDM Pro right now, I think it comes on Unifi OS 1.0. That could have been some old stock that I've been getting. But to go from 1.0 to 4.0, it takes a frickin' long time. I've already done I've done a video on this one. It was just a small little video, whatever. I do have the pros. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a video on it. If I do a video on it, it's going to be a video on site. I'm not going to do it at my house. Thank you so much, Muckduck Incorporated, for the 10 memberships. I think you did some memberships last week as well. I really appreciate it. Now this is something I will promise. For members who pay or gifted or whatever, I will end up getting some new emotes, and then we'll do some things for members to actually make it worthwhile. Because right now the memberships are really just to support me. We could do things like I could release videos a day early to members, so you guys see that a day early. I'm not going to be able to do that for unreleased products that we have a timeline with Ubiquiti. But if I have like an on-site job that, I mean, it's all old gear like UDM SEs and stuff, I could give you guys access a day early or something like that. I was always also thinking about we could also do like a Discord chat once a week after live streams. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but I do appreciate the memberships. Thank you very much. UK, I'll buy from the Ubiquiti store. EU depends on the stock. Okay, yep. Yeah, that makes sense. We had a USW 16 port fail recently. Oh, you know what? That's true. I did have a USW 16 break on me, but I think it's because I dropped it in my office. So that's probably what it was. And this wasn't dead on arrival. I'd already been using it since the day it came out. AI Pro Enhancer, do you think we will ever be able to record a vocal message that can put... I hope you can. I think that would be really cool. The speaker on it is really loud. I forget... I think Chantel was talking through it when she was at work and I was on the driveway doing something. And it was pretty freaking loud. Had a couple USGs die within a year, a few switches. It's going to happen. I mean, every company, hardware company has failures. The USGs are... I mean, you don't even want those out anymore. Just because they're end of life. Let's see. Software CDN, how's it going? And no problem. Thanks for watching. Start doing live installations on small projects. I was thinking about when I was terminating this co-working space to actually do a live stream during it, but then I'd be distracted and it would take me longer. Juan, hello from Melbourne, Florida. Are you coming to Ubiquiti? I guess we could talk about that. UWC.ui.com. Ubiquiti is hosting the World Conference in Miami in like less than 2 weeks. I will be there. Crosstalk will be there. Lawrence Systems and maybe Techno Tim. I don't know for sure. Unified IT, I'm pretty sure is going. So if you're in the Miami area, I would definitely go. I will be doing a giveaway live there. I don't know if I can talk about it yet. Maybe I'll talk about it in the next live stream. because we'll still have one more live stream before I end up going here. I might also do a live stream from the hotel room when we're in Miami. We'll see. What's the longest piece of kit you have out there installed from Ubiquiti? Oof. I don't even know. I think it's like a G2 bullet camera. We do have on-site videos coming for sure. There going to be a bunch of them coming up. So we have my uncle's place that we're going to be doing. My buddy Dustin, my buddy's house, we don't have a ton there. So it might be within another video. We only have a doorbell. We have a PTZ camera. We have a couple access points and one camera. So it's not going to be a ton of work. I think there was like 8 cables total. I said, Dustin, do you want more? Like, I'm providing you with the cameras. I'm like, we'll do your whole house in cameras. He's like, no, I just want 2 cameras. I'm like, all right, whatever. Some people, he doesn't care about it, and he lives kind of in the middle of nowhere. But then after that, we have an access job that's 45 doors. So we'll be recording that. And then I think we have another, my uncle's place, we'll be doing that as well. The on-site videos are awesome. They just take a lot of time to do, and you know, it takes away from me actually doing the work. Luckily, these projects aren't hourly. Like, I'm not getting paid hourly. It's by the job, because the customer would be like, no, I don't want you to filming it. It's going to take longer. I love the on-site jobs too. I wish more people would film on-site jobs. I'm not, so right now, how am I connecting the UDM to your Bell hub? Not PPPoE. I'm actually just going through the modem right now. Any recommended tutorials for noobs on how to punch patch panels? I asked the community, this was a long time ago. I said, would you want me to do very introduction basic videos like that? And it was like downvoted huge. I think there was only like 20% who wanted it. This is what I use. I don't use punch or patch like traditional 110. Here, I'll show you. I'll just put it on the screen. 110 patch. I don't use these anymore. Like actual traditional patch panels. I guess we'll go to infinite cables. Doesn't matter. I hate them. I hate them. They're terrible. They just suck. It takes too long. You got to punch down each conductor with the 110 tool. And if you've ever punched down with 110 tool and you're using a keystone, you've probably slipped before and cut your hand multiple times. I've got scars all over my hands from it. What I use now is the vertical cable VMAX. Vertical cable, I think it's one punch tool or I punch tool. I don't know. I never know how they pronounce it, but so it's a crimper. Let me find a picture. I don't want to go to Amazon. So instead of using traditional punch downs, we use this. It's a keystone crimper that crimps your keystone jack. It's one click pretty much. I guess we could probably play this. I can have the music. But see, it's a crimper. You just put the keystone in. You have to use their jacks. That's the only thing. I think I've done a video on it, to be honest. So now you have your conductors in it. You put the crimper on. Crimp. It cuts them off. And that's it. That's it. So you do that on your wall side and you do that on your patch panel side. So then you could just buy the Ubiquiti Keystone patch panel. And that's all you do. I mean, it's so simple. I've probably, that's probably the biggest seller on my Amazon store is that punch down. What's your guess when we will see a NAS option? I have no idea. No idea. Are you planning to get the new 100 gig switch mainly for the 25 gig ports? I might hold off with the high capacity. I don't know if I'm getting it. I think I know what you're talking about. They showed it off at CEDIA. I don't know what I would do with a 100 gig switch. To be honest, like I don't even know how I would do a video on it. I don't have anything here that runs higher than 10 gig. You'd probably see like somebody like Raid Owl or Techno Tim or those guys do it because they have servers that run it. But in a home lab, you don't need that. I mean, in a lot of businesses, you don't need that. Add twice the time to film on the job. Yes, absolutely. I had an on-site job the other day. Customer needed office installation with their new machines, and his broadband was only 2 megabits per second. Eesh. I have a customer actually not far from here, but they have a farm. They're on some very old point-to-point wireless ISP, and they only get about 2 down as well. 2 down and like 2 up. I'm like, go with Starlink. But they don't really need it. They just need to look at the camera feeds, and that's it. Patch panels are evil. Keystone all the way. I agree. Could you put Unifi access in home? You could. It's just up to you. I don't think I'd put an electric strike or anything in my house, but I think you could get like deadbolts or something like that, like a 12-volt deadbolt that would attach. I did a cable cleanup job yesterday. They had one of those patch panels and the wires were all over the place. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I probably have a couple pictures. We still need to do... So this... This place was, we've already finished this place. This was on patch panel. We had to cut it all down and whatever. Trying to see. There's one place that we still need to actually update. Oh, this is it here. So this is for my main customer who does that co-working space as well. We haven't gone back here. I mean, everything's working, but what we're going to do when we get back from Miami as well, we're going to go here, clean it up, put it on a network rack. All right. So this is like a loop. There's a patch panel back there. It's just extending the cables into this rack. And the only thing in this rack is a UDM Pro and a UNVR. All this cable is just for like 10, 20 cameras. So we're going to end up putting an 8U rack on the back. We're totally getting rid of that 42U rack. We don't need it there. They don't have anything in here. Every company within the building has their own internet anyway. So yeah, that's terrible. Oh, Chantel's back. I probably could do a new video on it. I haven't done a video on like my toolkit in a very long time. I used to do them once a year, and then I kind of just stopped. Has anyone ever used the 110 tool and had the wee zipper bit that is meant for the trim? To trim, yes. Ever work? It depends on how sharp the blade is. I used to use patch panels all the time. Like that's how how I got into this industry was from my grandpa and my uncle, and that's how I learned. But now it's just like, no way. You might pay a little bit more because now you're doubling up the keystones. The amount of time it's going to save for you it's worth it. My Ubiquity network, they keep on meshing. One device shows that it's getting internet from another one. So yes, the reason that probably is because your cabling, something's wrong with your cabling. So your power pair is working properly, giving the power to the access point, but your data pair isn't working. 100 gigabit is way outside the normal networks. If a client needs it, it would, yeah. I think that's like more data center level, maybe school campus, something like that. I don't know if they'll make a Flex Mini 2.5 with PoE. I hope they do. I think that would be great. Will you be able to share a sanitized network config for the co-working space? Maybe. So this customer lets me film everything. It just depends on what I want to share. I think I'll do an updated video on the co-working space though. And I'll try to show a bit of the configuration. I'll show you how the app works, how it all integrates. Because when you buy an hour, you get access to the room, which is all controlled by Salto locks. You get access to the internet. You get access to the printers. I forget what else you get access to. One recommendation for AdBlock. I watched your video a while ago, and you decided not to enable security in the tab. Wondering if you have a recommendation. So the only reason I didn't put it in there is because Chantel likes ads for some reason, and it blocks everything. You don't really have like a whitelist, I don't think, unless they change that right now. So you could always use something like Pi-hole, and then you could whitelist different things and bring in different ad block feeds. Do you do all your installs yourself, or do you subcontract any of the wiring? We never subcontract. I do it all myself with my brother typically. That was a scary install. Yeah, we always do the cabling. Is this the co-working space? Yeah, this was the beginning of that co-working space, which is kind of interesting. The co-working space started at 30 cables and it's gone up to about 300 now. Still haven't done a video on this either. This fusion splicer that I have. Kind of interesting. What else? Let's see. Trying to find this other job that we did. Ooh, did I clean this up? I did a bit. This was kind of scary. Oh wait, where is this? I don't even know where this is. Oh, you know, this is in their main building. We're actually getting rid of this rack. So if I do get the enterprise NVR, we're still gonna clean this up no matter what. They had an issue with their building controls the other day, like their heating and cooling. I'm like, that's well before me. I don't even know where anything's connected. They didn't have a data port to what's connected. So what we're doing throughout the whole building, which is going to take hours, probably a couple weeks, is going to be going port by port, listing where everything goes to, just so we don't ever have that issue again. What ended up happening, there was some unmanaged switch in there, and that switch died, which took down their air control system, which you definitely can't have. Any recommendation on cable networking troubleshooting tools without the fluke prices? Pocket Ethernet, I think Crosstalk just posted this. Pocket Ethernet, I think they just came out with a new version. Yeah, Pocket Ethernet. I haven't tried it, mind you. But apparently it's decent. Cable tester, network tool, IP analyzer, and reporting. For what is it? $249. So it's like, that's probably $350 Canadian. That's not too bad. What I use right now is NetAlly. But these you're looking at a couple $1,000. So I have the Link Runner AT2000, but I want to get the 4000. Where's the 4000? There we go. Yeah, I want to get the 4000, or I could just get an NXG, which has Wi-Fi testing too, the Etherscope NXG. But I think this is roughly around 10 grand. A lot of those testers you're going to be paying quite a bit of money for. I had to turn off the ad block on my UDM Pro as it was blocking Paramount Plus. Yeah, that's the only problem with it. And one of the yeah. All right, I'm going to stay on 5 more minutes, then I'm going to get off because we've been going like an hour and 40 minutes, which is nuts. I got to get some lunch. I'm starving. Oops. Brandon, how's it going? From Florida. You DM me, right? I believe you're going to Ubiquity World Conference. Could have been someone else. I used to run 2 Pi holes, and I don't anymore. I just don't really care. I have a bunch of Raspberry Pi 4s that I probably could have sold a long time ago for a fortune, but they're just sitting in my closet now. I've turned one into a retro Pi. That's fun. The only problem with the retro Pi is I need longer controllers or find some wireless one. At 4 a.m. train ride. How long is it on a train ride? Chantel and I drove from Orlando to Miami. Mind you, we did take some stops, and I think it was about 5 hours, something like that. Do you have any network monitoring tool? I mean, Ubiquity pretty much, it does pretty well with that. When we do the NetFlow, not the NetFlow, yeah, the NetFlow stuff, that should help a little bit more. There are a couple other programs that you could use, though. Oh, 3 hours, that's not bad. So you'll get there at 7, around 7 a.m. The conference starts at 8:30. I think they actually sent out a itinerary. Let's see. Miami. Nope. Oh, maybe I gotta look up UW. Oh, here it is right here. Yes, the itinerary. Check-in is at 8:30. Okay, then Robert Perez at 10 in the morning. Then we have lunch from 12 to 1, which the lunch was really good last time. Then we have product product and support enhancement, including live demos from 1 to 4. Conclusion at 4 p.m. And then I got to find somewhere to go after that. Thank you for the $23.99. That converts into $36 Canadian. That is insane. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time and your answers to everybody. No problem. Oop. Hit that with a thumbs up. I think check-in was 8:30. Yeah, I'm probably thinking about getting there around 7:30. I'm hoping that I could get in early. We'll see. The last time they wouldn't let me in early. I tried getting past the barricade, and they're like, no, you're not getting in. But I think this time's different because they invited creators to the actual event. Orlando to Miami is 3.5 driving. Yeah, we did stop. We stopped at one of Chantel's aunts, I think, aunts or something. And then we ended up going to Miami. We were only in Miami we got there at nighttime. I thought I booked the Hilton, Miami. So we go to the Hilton, Miami, and we just left a Hilton in Orlando. So, I mean, it's what we were used to. We drive up to the Hilton, we go in, they're like, we have nothing, we have nobody by your name. I ended up booking a Holiday Inn, and it was terrible. So never again. This time we're staying at, I won't say where we're staying at right away, but we are staying at the Hilton again, because we're staying there longer than just the day of the conference. I don't think they're going to do a live video for Miami. It would be really cool if they did. Really, really cool if they did, though. Because they did that one thing that I did a live stream for. And that live stream was actually my biggest live stream ever. I forget what it was called, though. But anyway, it was where UI Tom talked and a couple other people. And it was really cool. That's where they actually showed the EFG, I think, for the first time, besides their other conferences. With talk, must you create groups first in order to share outgoing number? Yes, I believe. What network diagramming program do I use? I use draw.io. I think there's something else. What do I use? That's the one I have saved. I actually haven't made a drawing in a while. What's the other one? There's something else. Draw.io works pretty well, though. Yeah, the Holiday Inn was terrible. Like, it was warm, for one. Very warm. It smelled like it used to be an old smoking room. I'd like to have beers every once in a while. The beers were completely warm. So yeah, it was not a good experience. But we were only sleeping there. So we got there very late at night. Had to wake up in the morning because we were going on a cruise. So that's all I've seen of Miami. So this time I'm hoping we see a little bit more. Yes, it was Field Tech Day. That's what it was. Yes. I was very lucky that they allowed me to stream it as well. I messaged the guy who runs it. I said, hey, would you let me stream this? I mean, I do a lot of Ubiquity content. He's like, yeah, absolutely. And then they thanked me at the end because he's like, we have like 10 people in here and you got like 600 in yours. And it was really cool. I'm glad they did it. If Ubiquity goes back to one of those events, I'll probably live stream it again if they allow me. I'm sure they will. Let me just get off of some of this stuff. Boop. Yeah, this is going to be cool. I am really looking forward to it. I'm excited to see anything new that I haven't seen. Seeing Robert Parra speak is just awesome. He's not like any other CEO. It's kind of just like it's not winged, but he's down to earth, and you could tell that he really loves his product, which is nice to see. And it's not like, you know, a PR staged thing. He's not reading off a teleprompter. I don't know if UI Glenn will come to the conference. I think he's in Europe, I believe. UI Tom will be there. Yeah. UI Tom was on Tech Field Day. UI Tom's going to be at World Conference. I met him in Chicago. He's a great guy. I haven't used the base station. No. Nope, never. Not the XG. Gotta jump. See you in Miami. See you as well. We're like 10 days away. Yeah, I've never used the Wi-Fi base station. I know a lot of people have used it with success, though. Have you had anyone use anyone with shadow mode on a pair? Yeah, I have shadow mode on the, I just closed it. Anyway, at the co-working space, I have UDM Pro Maxes. That's what I have. That's what's running right in their shadow mode running on it. But I am going to get out of here. I have been talking for a while. My throat hurts from talking. There may or may not be a video this week. I don't know. All depends what comes up. If there's a video, it might be not Ubiquity. It might be like, I don't even know. I have a bunch of other things that I should be doing video, but Ubiquity is kind of what, makes me happy in doing videos on. But we'll see. Maybe if something, I need to do a Unifi talk. I need to do a Unifi access video of the actual config. If there's not one this week, there should be one next week. I am going to be filming that. Are you able to perform work in Vancouver? I've got a big site. I'm not sure. I think Vancouver, you actually need a low voltage license. Send me an email. If I can't do it, I could find you somebody who can, though. I have not had any troubles, any issues with it. But anyway, I am out of here. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the super stickers. I appreciate it. I will be live again next Sunday for the last stream before World Conference. Take care. See ya.